It looks like we're having a mix of different errors on the site. I'm doing this in English, so I can do this for Enfold support, Webhuset, and we'll see where else I can also share this. So here I am at Webhuset. I have logged into Webhuset, the host, and we have then on PHP version 8.1. So I will go to the backend here. And I have turned on debug is true and display is true. So I'm getting some error message in the backend here. I made a search online. Oh, this is something I get over and over again. So I'll refresh the page and it goes back to the backend. So this has happened a bunch of times when I switch in different sections in the backend for this site. So we see these errors here. I did a search and it might have something that would do with Google Site Kit. So the first thing I will do is just gonna right now just turn off. I will just open a new tab for that. I will turn off Google Site Kit and let's see if our error goes away. And as you see, it's very slow to load here, extremely slow. I've not seen this slowness to this degree a lot. So let's turn off then Google Site Kit and just see how that is. Okay, there it is. We have Site Kit by Google. And I will then find out in a moment. We still have these same error messages here, so it might be something to do with something else. I will just quickly turn off all plugins here and deactivate, and just gonna see if those errors disappear. This is then a live site now, so I need to do this fairly fast. I have made a development site as well for more advanced troubleshooting. And okay, we see the errors went away here. Let's see if this totally goes away. Yes, those went away. So let's just, right now, I'm just gonna turn on the ones we really need at this moment. WooCommerce is one that was really needed. So that is fine. So let's go with, for instance, compliance and see if this works as it should. Yes, so contact form 7, disable Gutenberg. I will now just kind of take some of these and just see how that works. And we will find out in a moment if an error message is turned on or not. So we'll activate these as well. And just gonna see what happens. So I have been able to not have the error here. Sometimes it could be difficult turning off plugins if the site is very active. Okay, so we got some errors in place. I will then go back and deactivate a few different things. I will just start by deactivating Polylang. It's still there. But okay, I'll just go like this. Okay, so one disappeared. No. So let's see here. Let's just deactivate the feeder search. Deactivate. Still there. But disable Gutenberg. Still there. Email encoder. We're almost back to where we began. So interesting. So actually ManageWP is causing some problems here. So we'll just turn this back on again. And I will not then turn on ManageWP. I will turn on the other things here. So we get these back in place. So we see that ManageWP is causing some problems here. Okay, so it looks like we have done, the error is still gone. Okay, another issue I have with all of this is that changing the PHP version from 8.1 to 8.0 actually makes a fatal error on the site I am not able to remove, so I have to quickly put it back into 8.1. So let's just start with some of these things here. I should have actually switched to PHP 8.0 while a bunch of these plugins were off. Okay. So okay, we noticed that ManageWP is causing an error, and I will go back to plugins here. Right now, I'm going to turn off Google Sitekit by Google. I will then go to WordPress here and change this to 8.0, and let's see if that works, or if this site just kind of goes into fatal error mode. Yes, so it went into fatal error. I saw Shift Command R to do a hard refresh. Still not available. So I'm gonna have to switch this back to 8.1 and get the site back. Okay, there it is. It's kind of nerve-wracking when there's that first few times, but this has happened a lot of times now. So I'm gonna have to do this again. I have to turn off all the plugins. I know that there's a problem with ManageWP then. I'm gonna have to contact the support at ManageWP worker, ManageWP, to get that error fixed. I'm now deactivating everything. I don't really like this when I see this over and over again. And I have to wait for a while. So this is then a dev site. I have basically switched the default theme and turned off a lot of plugins to see if the error still remains. Actually, it does. So basically sit and wait. I would suggest you that you speed up the video, and I'm guessing you probably will, because this is turning a little longer than I thought. I will not change anything here before this is back. Okay, we got this back. I'll do a hard refresh here. Shift Command R. And let's see if I can switch to 8.0 now. And let's see if this goes bonkers again. It did not. Looks like it works with 8.0. So let's just start by activating the one thing and the things I really need to activate right away. And let's see here. Okay, these I should activate right away. And let's see what else. We'll just wait with code Symbis Pro. And I think most of these are now. Let's see what happens. Okay. I don't really like this. Okay, so what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to just switch this back into 8.1. And I hope the site comes back. Ooh, I did. Okay. Okay, so there are various errors going on here. I'm gonna have to leave it on 8.1 for now, because I noticed then that it says something about Yoast error. I'm gonna have to look back at the video afterward. And okay, leave it on 8.1. Am I still having additional fatal errors here? Let's go to products and just see if another fatal error shows up, or I have activated, deactivated enough times for that to hopefully there will be less errors here. ManageWP is not active, so that might be causing some problems with the site, and that is now off, so it might be a little bit easier now, even if it's really slow here. So I'm gonna have to stop the video in a moment. Oh yeah, we got the service unavailable, so there are still problems with this. I don't know if this has to do with a plugin. So again, I'm gonna have to deactivate some plugins again and see how that goes. Yeah, so we're back in here now. So let's just kind of turn off some of the plugins and see what happens. I'm at 13 minutes. I don't want this video to be too long. It's turning into too long of a video. I did not expect that. So let's see here. Let's go disable that. I'm gonna go to WooCommerce products again, because that I know has caused a bunch of problems before. And let's just go to random product. And this might work, but everything just really slow. Just sit and wait. I'm not going to pause the video. I'm going to let it continue. Okay, so it looks like it's actually going into the product. I will just go to some random pages right now. I'm just going to see how that works. Dealing with Enfold in this product area here is just very slow. Okay, so that is not helping much. There's probably an error log with a lot of different things in it. Here there is should be an error log. Leaving out 8.1. So we're gonna go to domain, and then the web and file, and then we're going to go to logs. And now it's let's see, it's now on the 10th. We have then error log. This one here looks like the newest one today. So I'm going to have to download that, and I'm going to have to open it up. I'm going to have to show you my messy desktop here. Let's open up error log 83, text edit. Okay, so we have basically fatal background error and load. So there is a lot of things here. I don't really know what to do with all these things here, because we see the different errors we see from this morning, and there's errors in the error log. So what else do I need to do? I'm gonna have to explore the plugins even more. I'm gonna have to go over here and just switch from Enfold theme. This is now I think it's 2023. I see the some plugins are still active. Okay, let's go with this and just disable all plugins, deactivate. And I believe we are on theme 2023 here, or 2024. I have upgraded to WordPress 6.4. So I apologize for this very long video, but zoom through it and just see what you really need to look at. Themes, and we have 2024 active. So if I kind of jump around to different pages, do I have any problems? No, this is just very fast. And I will start activating things on this development site. So we have now the various activated on the live site. So this should work fine with no error seen. Okay, dev site. Okay, let's just start activating it. Let's activate all of it and just gonna see if there's an error that pops up. And I have blocked search engines from going through this site. As you see up here, I also included this search engine plugin, so I know that this will not be searched. So we have done the one that has been problems is all products. Remember, I switched to default theme. And let's here, it's showing just all the columns, so I'll just skip that for now. So I'm going to products in WooCommerce, and this is the one that has been giving me a few different problems. Actually, going to whichever section might give a fatal error. So if this works as a shell with all the plugins installed, but switching to a default theme, it actually should show work here. It probably will for a page. No, it should not. Okay, it's showing the default code from Enfold. So let's just go to some other random pages. How about all users? I just want to see if fatal error shows up here, because I had the various plugins then activated. So we're going to go back into install plugins. I've not seen a fatal error yet. So I'm wondering if it has to do with Enfold. So everything here is then activated. Yeah, so yeah, it's a huge SEO issue. That it is. So it's going a little bit quicker with, from my experience here, with 2024 default theme. I'm going to go back into all products. So here on the front end it's a mess, because Enfold, switching from Enfold to default theme, it just kind of messes up all the Enfold code. But it is just way too slow. So let's go to front end, just kind of see that it works. So it shows up with Enfold code. I have not come across an error yet here. So it looks like turning off Enfold actually does help. So we're on 21 minutes. I'm gonna have to stop it in just a moment here. Okay, so we're gonna stop it here because I have not seen any fatal errors here on the dev site. Ah, of course. And here it showed up. Here is then the error. But I have not really, this is the first one that showed up here on the dev site then. Okay, so that was not a good sign at all. It's a good sign that I haven't really seen the error here yet. So what I'm gonna do, it might have to do with plugin here, Enfold, as well as ManageWP. It is kind of hard to say at the moment. I'm gonna have to go through and probably take screenshots of the video, maybe also share the video, and people just have to zoom through it, zip through it because it's very long. Okay, let's just turn off. First of all, I'll turn off these two as well as manage worker and deactivate. And let's see if I'll just deactivate these. Will the site actually work better with these not activated? That is kind of hard to know right now. This is kind of like a guessing game. Here I was able to remove the errors. Here everything was deactivated, and so these are now back in place for live sites. Okay, we're on the dev site again. I have then deactivated Manage Worker and Yoast, and I'm gonna have to, let's go to products again because that has kind of caused some problems before. I believe this has to do with a mix of Enfold as well as some plugins, and just kind of creating a somewhat mess together. It might be impacting the load time of the backend here, as well as how the fatal errors show up. So I can just stop it there